Hi, my name is Trinity, and I'm here with my mom, Kenyatta. The date is December 18th, 2022, and we are recording this interview in Chicago, Illinois. How are you doing? Share your feelings at this moment.
Well, at this moment, to be honest, it's not holiday time. And so right now, I have a pretty heavy agenda. So I would say right now, I am slightly stressed. Um, However, I have learned how to manage my stress. So, you know, I have been able to figure out strategies that work for me that help me to relax in the midst of having so many things to do.
Okay. How has your life been different than you imagined?
Life certainly has its own agenda. I certainly imagine my life to be different at this point in my life. Um, I would say that probably, life is a journey and life is often unpredictable. And so oftentimes there are things that come into your life, events, issues, problems that I think that you do not foresee. And I think that, what I have learned on this life's journey is to be able to overcome challenges, adversities, hurdles, obstacles. So yeah, I would say that's how my life has been different, more than I could ever imagine. But it also has helped me to build character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite memory in life?
Great question. Oh, I think my favorite memory in life um, was probably just experiencing not having a worry in the world. And I experienced that during a particular season in my life when I would say I was in between like transitioning into adolescence, where I think that was probably the happiest time of my life. I would say it was probably around 12 years old. I didn't have a worry in the world. Life was great. I loved school, loved my friends, just loved life. Had really good, positive relationships. And yeah, I would say probably at the age of 12.
Okay. When are you your best self?
Oh, another great question. So I think I am my best self when I can truly be true to me and when I am not subjected to people pleasing or subjected to overthinking. When I am just really in a moment where I am very grateful for what I have, for who I am, and just really kind of going with the flow of life, not looking back in the past and not looking too far in the future, but just really enjoying the moment and time in which I exist in that space.
Okay. Who has been the biggest help to you in your life?
I would probably say my mom. I would say my mom has pretty much been a force of light, where she's very solid, very stable, very secure. And she certainly has transferred many of those qualities onto me. And I would say that she's probably one of the biggest stabilizing forces in my life as well.
Okay. If you could do everything all over again, what would you do differently?
So I think one thing that I would certainly do is really be careful in choosing relationships, particularly, choosing a spouse. I think it's really important that when you get married, that you really understand that, you have to be complementary to each other and that you both have to have an alignment. In terms of really understanding each other, respecting each other, and really growing together. So I would say that if I could do it all over again, I would certainly, go back and really try to reconstruct the relationships that I had in the past, or just be more conscientious about the relationships that I chose to engage in.
Okay. What is your biggest regret in life?
Oh, my biggest regret in life is probably at a particular stage in my life where I did not believe in myself and believe in my abilities. And coming to a place now where I think I am learning to appreciate who I really am and the skills and the talents that I really possess. But yeah, I think that's the biggest regret. Not really using the gifts that I had, not really acknowledging what I had on the inside of me, my own internal, emotional, and creative resources. I think that is probably the biggest regret, of not really acknowledging, what I have. And finally realizing what I have now and appreciating it at a much deeper level. And I really value what I have now.
So, what lessons have you learned from your relationships?
Well, the lessons that I've learned from my relationships is that relationships really require mutual respect, mutual understanding. Relationships definitely require for you to be able to, have some kind of interactions that involve reciprocation. I think if the relationship is not, complementary in that each person is benefiting in some kind of way, and the relationship is more of a risk, that's when I think relationships can really be detrimental. And it's always important when you're in a relationship to understand how that relationship affects you mentally, affects you emotionally, affects you spiritually. And really understanding the essence and the importance of feeling like you're a significant person in that relationship and that, again, you're valued in the relationship.
When you meet God, what do you want to say to him?
Well, first, I want to let him know that I love him. I thank him for, I love him and I thank him because I want him to know that I've made many mistakes. And there have been many times that I know that I've let him down. And I just want to apologize to him for everything that I did not do to the fullest of, to the fullest abilities that he's given me. So I really want him to understand that, oftentimes I did not recognize the gifts that he gave me, did not recognize what he put on the inside of me to be able to share it with the world and to really be the production and to be able to produce the way that he wanted me to, because of self-doubt or, questioning my abilities and just really not giving myself the opportunity to really experience, everything that God has bestowed upon my life. So yeah, I think the first thing I would tell him is, God, I'm really sorry.
Okay.
And that I love him.
Yeah. And lastly, looking back on your life, what advice would you give your younger self?
Oh, great question again. I almost feel like I'm in therapy. This is amazing. So the advice that I would give my younger self is to really live your life to the fullest. Really live your life, with passion, purpose. Live your life, like it is truly a gift. Because life really is a gift. And we don't know when our life is going to end. So really taking every opportunity that you can obtain while you have an opportunity to do it. Really being able to access everything that's available to you to create the best life for yourself. So that's what I would tell my younger self if I had to do a younger self makeover. Take advantage of every opportunity because, opportunities don't always come. And sometimes you can miss them.
Well, that's it.
Okay, well, thank you so much for interviewing me, and I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Bye now.
Bye.